America on a knife's edge. Oaths, obstruction, war crimes, and Epstein files. Welcome back to Exposed News Outlet. I'm Drea, and tonight we have a situation unfolding in real time that every American needs to pay attention to. From 6 Democrats stating the obvious about the military oath, to Trump melting down on Truth Social, to dangerous escalations abroad, to Marjorie Taylor Greene jumping ship, and yes, already attempts to slow roll the Epstein file release. I mean, where do we begin? This is a breakdown of current events that exposes exactly why our democracy is balancing on a razor's edge. Number 1, the 6 Democrats and the military oath. Let's start with the comment that set off a political earthquake. 6 Democratic lawmakers made a public service announcement reminding U.S. military officers of something they are literally trained on from day one. Officers swear an oath to the Constitution, not to any president. They must refuse unlawful orders. And they are obligated to defend the country from enemies, foreign and domestic.
Half a dozen Democrats in Congress with military and intelligence backgrounds are urging current service members to ignore the chain of command if they're given unlawful orders.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
These lawmakers said nothing new, nothing radical, nothing partisan. This is standard U.S. military doctrine. But Trump erupted. He accused them of treason, called them traitors. He demanded arrests. He even escalated talking about the death penalty before walking it back. This meltdown matters for one reason. It tells us exactly how Trump views power and how he expects the military to obey him personally, not the Constitution they swore an oath to uphold. And in a moment where extremist advisors like Pete Hegseth and Marco Rubio are pushing aggressive extrajudicial operations abroad. This warning from those 6 Democrats wasn't just appropriate. It was absolutely necessary.
Is going to be on offense against drug cartels and drug trafficking in the United States. It destabilizes not just the country, but the entire Caribbean basin.
The 6 Democratic lawmakers in that video are Senator Elissa Slotkin from Michigan, Senator Mark Kelly from Arizona, Representative Chris DeLuzio from Pennsylvania, Representative Chrissy Houlihan from Pennsylvania, Representative Maggie Goldlander from New Hampshire, Representative Jason Crow from Colorado. They themselves have served in the military and were literally stating the constitutional oath each military officer swears by. Sadly, since the meltdown, almost immediately, these congressmen and women were targeted and ridiculed by extremists from the Trump cartel, and only confirms the point these lawmakers were trying to make. There is no place for this in America. Number 2, escalation abroad, war crimes. In the Caribbean and Latin America, Trump-aligned operatives have been cheerleading a series of military strikes that the administration frames as anti-narcotics operations. Here's the problem. Multiple fishermen's vessels, unarmed, unproven, no clear evidence of trafficking, have been blown up or attacked. More than 80 people have been killed. These are lethal actions without due process, without confirmed intelligence, and without public transparency. Legal experts are already warning these operations may violate international law. They may qualify as extrajudicial executions. They risk dragging the U.S. into a major regional conflict, which is why our key allies, including the UK, France, and even Colombia, and many others, are pulling intel from the U.S. They're no longer sharing intel with us, which, I mean, this is no good. This is exactly why officers must remember their oath. Unlawful orders are unlawful. No matter who gives them, they're illegal. Number 3, Marjorie Taylor Greene quits. A sinking ship. Let's talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene, because her sudden resignation was not random. It was not peaceful, and it was not subtle. So just to back things up, she was blocked from the Georgia Senate race that she was wanting to partake in. Only Trump, of course, told her no way. Snowball's chance in hell. So she was promised a brutal primary challenge after her falling out with Trump, and has burned her bridges inside the Republican Party by calling them out for their shortcoming and lies, frankly. She also smells political disaster on the horizon. So she tried to stab the party one last time and turn the knife on her way out. And now wants to rebrand herself as some kind of rogue nationalist outsider. Mark my words, she's positioning herself for a future presidential run, or at least a high-profile grift campaign. This wasn't quitting. This was repositioning. Number 4, the Epstein Act, Obstruction, and Redacted Files. The Epstein File Transparency Act passed nearly unanimously in Congress. Only one House Republican member voted no. And now that it's law, this should be the moment transparency finally wins. But the Trump administration is already slow-rolling the release, heavily over-redacting files, launching convenient investigations right as documents should be dropping. Investigations they claimed were not warranted, by the way. and they've even gone as far as to call it a hoax. I mean, so which is it? Trying to control the narrative before the truth comes out. This is what obstruction looks like. This is how powerful networks protect themselves. And this is exactly why the survivors of Epstein, people who have fought for years, even decades, deserve full transparency, not another political cover-up. The big picture, America's bumpy road ahead. When you zoom out, all these stories connect. Officers reminded of their constitutional oath, Trump demanding obedience and threatening political opponents, escalating unlawful military actions abroad, MAGA leadership fracturing from the inside, Epstein transparency being throttled again. This is not random. This is not chaos. This is the early stage of authoritarian breakdown, where the institutions either hold or collapse. And that's why independent journalism matters now more than ever. If you want real news that exposes what others hide, subscribe now. Be sure to check the notification bell and select all so you get all my notifications. YouTube at Drea 2024. Also follow us on Facebook at Exposed News Outlet with Drea. TikTok at exposed.news.outlet. I'm Drea, and this is Exposed News Outlet, where we shine light where others want darkness. Thank you for watching till the end. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think. Please share this video on your platform so we get the facts out to the masses. And again, thank you for watching. Stay safe.